Hello and welcome back, my lovely Trails fans. Right, we are here with our next episode today, and all the lovely NPCs should have some new dialogue for us, so let's go find out what everyone has to say today. Oh, good morning. Oh, hi Taita. Hi Uriel. Do you have work today? I sure do. I'm helping my granddad today. You seem really busy. Good for you though, you're the definition of the tireless mind. Oh, good morning, Taita. Last night was some crazy stuff, wasn't it? Go easy on me today, okay? I ended up spending all night working with Chief Murdoch after everything calmed down. Still though, that's the first time I've ever heard of an ordnance shutting down. I bet Wilman in operations is completely losing his mind. The orbital calculator had to have just been blown out. Oof, sounds like there's going to be a lot of repairs for people to do today. Of course it'll be a big problem if ordnance stopped again like they did yesterday. Kids today can't even imagine a world without ordnance in it. Lights, heaters, vacuums, laundry, pretty much everything in our daily life depends on having the ordnance. Thinking about it that way really makes you admire Professor Russell even more. I swear, everybody running around like headless chickens just because the ordnance stopped working. Try thinking about life before we had them. Why, when I was young, what were we talking about again? I tell you, I couldn't believe it yesterday. I was bussing a table on the second floor. I was just coming down the stairs when suddenly everything went black. I don't even know how I didn't break the dishes. Yeah, it looks like that really messed with everyone's routine yesterday. Let's see, who else do we have to speak to today? The hotel here. Last night was such a burden on our customers. I'm glad things got fixed so quickly, but still. I don't know that we've had a night without orbital lights since before the revolution. She says customers, but I don't see there's... Oh, okay. The Vale is amazing. Everything, even the lights, are ordnance. My village is in a rough corner of the Republic and we don't have many ordnance. I'm here in Zeiss to pick up a new heating ordnance. After I rest up, I'm going to go to the central factory. Good morning, my name is Emma and I'll be your maid today. You just relax and you will experience the greatest service of your lives. Huh? Aren't you guys guests here? Not really, Emma, but I like your enthusiasm. Just when I decided to go to bed last night, all the lights just went out. I accidentally ended up getting in my husband's bed. What happened last night? I was dead to the world. Uh-oh, no time to chit-chat, I've got to get ready to go. I'm headed for a famous hot springs resort near here. But why are they sleeping in separate beds if they're married? Alrighty, let's see. Wheat, white rye, sourdough. What kind of bread is good bread anyway? Labels would be so much easier. Oh, Taita, it's you. Yesterday sure was something else, don't you think? Did the ordnance at your house all suddenly stop too? Yeah, they did. We were all surprised. Yeah, they stopped all over. It was scary looking out and seeing the whole town dark. I'd forgotten how dark it could get at night without orbital lights. You know it. Were you all okay last night? I thought the lights had just broken or something and was on my way to the factory. When I got outside though, the entire town was dark. I don't have to be a genius to know that something wasn't right about that. Yesterday it was dark out. It was like when I stick my head under the covers. My husband never orders the proper amount of anything. I keep telling him to take more care of the merchandise that sells better. Doesn't he know anything about being a salesman? She didn't seem to have much to say. I think that's what she said every single time I've spoken to her. sure I don't miss speaking to anybody. So just put it in there. Alrighty, got this guy. Man, those boxes are just a mess. It's going to take forever to find what I need. Progress demands sacrifice, I suppose. Looks like all the packing's in order, almost ready to go. Time for one final check. Oh hey, gotta remember to go request a bracer escort. Time's a wasting. Look at that, the clock's slow. I guess it's true, all the ovens shut down last night. Last night I was tinkering with that orbital gun, and suddenly my analyzer just went dead. I thought for a second I had broken the gun. I was so surprised when the oven shut down last night. I'd heard there were some rare quartz crystals that could do such a thing, but I didn't know it could be done over such a wide radius. If that were weaponized, any arms race between countries would be completely upset. We're going to go to the Bracer Guild last, because that will advance the story. I was cooking dinner and suddenly the oven stopped. Luckily it only meant that the stew my daughter forgot on the stove didn't get burned. That was handy. I was making dinner with my mum when the lights went out. I ran outside and everywhere was black. I kind of lost it. Oh, I'm sorry, Muriel. How come? Why are you apologizing, Taita? Oh, she's the one who kinda did it. Her and her grandpa. This house is empty today. My husband said all the ordnance stopped running yesterday. Is that even possible? An orbital blackout. Something like that wasn't in the first edition pieces. I suppose I need to find more specialized documents. Nobody out on the terrace. These moving stairs are cool. It's true that walking up and down stairs is a pain. So make the stairs move. Nice. I know it's not part of the original plan, but I want to stop by the guild an hour away. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, you might be right. Alrighty, so we do have to go there first. Oh, don't forget the church. Oh, good morning. Nothing like starting the day with a morning prayer. Close your eyes and you can forget all about ordnance. Last night was quite a dangerous affair. The central factory looked like it was in total uproar. Such times of anxiety are best remedied by a calming prayer. Good morning, Taita. There, no need to speak. Last night was quite hard for you, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. There is nothing you need to apologize for. Experiments are vital to progress, and sometimes experiments must fail. We all understand this. Taita, make sure you are there to support your grandfather. Yes, father. I am always willing to listen if you need someone to talk to. If you have any problems, I welcome you to bring them here. What a sweet man. What? An assignment? You? Now? Yeah, just a little one. The army kind of asked for me specifically, so I'm off to the capital. It's not just you anyway, you've got those two juniors. Put your heads together, you'll be fine. I won't be gone more than a couple of days or so. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Good, and relax. Hello. Who's this? You guys have good timing. Estelle, Joshua. You've shown up at quite a convenient time. So it is you two. Just like Kilika said. Excuse me, are you on your way to the capital? Yeah, I was. A small request came up. I'm leaving things here in Zeiss to you two and Wong for the time being. Don't burn the place down. So yes, we could use your help. Sure, you can rely on us. We'll do our best. It's settled then. I'll leave things to you all. Don't do anything that'll make me regret leaving you guys in charge. Make sure you give them a proper hand, Wong. Good morning, that was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you are ready, would like your full report on it. Business as usual, Killiker? I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the Orbital blackout. I see. So the orbit that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. Guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. Alrighty, off to the factory we go. That's my brother over there selling drinks. Our dream is to make enough money to open our own store. The girl selling flowers over there, Irene, she's my sister. Go on and take a look at her flower shop. I read about it in the LaBelle News, but that Sky Bandit thing sure was crazy. It's a nightmare for us up here and the public flights get stopped. We've got to deal with all the passengers. All the ordnance stopped working last night, right? It's such a good thing it didn't happen during the day. I don't want to think what would have happened if there had been any ships in the air. Oh yeah, that could have been disastrous. A PR nightmare. Good morning, it's been quite a busy day so far. We've had so many customers coming in thinking last night's incident was due to broken ordnance. It makes you realise just how many of Zeiss's citizens don't understand Orban technology. Taita, everyone, how are you? Professor Russell is in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seemed pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. The 3rd floor will be our last destination. We want to make sure we speak to everybody first. Just have a quick look out here, make sure there's nobody here. Nope. Roger. I'll start with the conveyor then. I'd like you to start by checking the conveyor to make sure there aren't any problems as a result of yesterday's little incident. When that's done, run a safety check on the outside machines. Go 2nd floor. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Murdoch. Good morning, sir. What a day yesterday was. We've been getting complaints from the citizens all morning. Wow, that's rough. It's not like it was your fault or anything. We're very sorry, sir. We didn't mean to cause... No, don't apologise. These kinds of things happen when you're doing science. It happens a little bit more often around Professor Russell's science, though. Speaking of the Professor, has he come in already? Oh yes, he came in very early this morning, all fired up about something. He probably needs some assistance, so go on up to his workshop and see him. It's on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor. Let's go then. I've got a bad feeling about this. By the way, Taito. Sir? Please don't get the Professor too excited. If we have a repeat of yesterday, we won't be able to do anything for a while. I understand, sir. I'll be careful. That's Igor over there. He's such a pain in the butt. I can totally see why he's lived his entire life single. I came up here to look at some stuff about what happened yesterday. And look around. All this mess. It's because she ain't doing her job. And to think she's getting paid to do this. Looks like neither of them have anything really nice to say about each other. Good morning to you. It would seem yesterday was quite stressful for everyone. Doctor, was everything here alright? The clinic isn't quite tied into the rest of the factory, so things were mostly quiet. Everyone else was running about until all hours though. When I came in this morning I found Antoine? Asleep on the bed. Poor little dear was exhausted. Antoine? That's what we call the cat. He's been living here at the factory for a while. He doesn't have an owner and tends to be cared for by anyone who feels the urge. So he's kind of like everybody's cat. Yes, something like that. But I'm sure Antoine has little desire to be formally owned by any one person. Do be friendly to him if you see him around the factory. Of course. Now that I've introduced you to Antoine, I believe it's time for me to return to work. Weren't you in the middle of something yourself, Taita? Yes, ma'am. I was on my way to talk to my grandfather. Professor Russell should be in his workshop down on the 3rd floor. He came in especially early this morning. The 3rd floor workshop. Got it. Let's go. Yes, we probably should. Goodbye, Dr. Miriam. Goodbye. Yeah, I have no idea how to even pronounce that name. What a night that was. We were rushing to finish our test units when suddenly everything just went black. I almost glued the soles onto the desk. The incident last night was pretty fascinating, wasn't it? I heard there was some kind of interference with the orbital generators. That was news to me. Everyone's calling it some kind of disaster, but surely someone got something from it. What do you think, Taita? Yes. Very fascinating. I'm sure I could have guessed you'd say that. You do take after Professor Russell. Terry is a completely different story, though. Good morning, all. I was quite surprised today. Since I came in this morning, the orbital calculator seems to be working more smoothly. If things continue at this pace, we can look forward to work as usual in a few days. I don't exactly know why, but I'm feeling much better. Since this morning, the readings on the orbital calculator have been rock solid, after I spent all that time tinkering with it before. Why is it working now? Alrighty, down to the 3rd floor we go. Yeah, I think it's probably the workshop over there. I know you're probably busy due to last night, Carl, but I wonder if I could have a word. I want to discuss Louise. Her original application stated a desire to work on airships. If possible, I'd like to move her to work on the Arceli's Orbital Engine project. What do you think as her supervisor? Louise? She's an exemplary researcher and scientist, but she's losing her drive working on orbital weapons research and design. I agree with her transfer. It'll be good for her. Yesterday's event was quite the surprising phenomenon. As far as I know, this event is inexplicable within the limits of our current knowledge of orbital technology. Okay, now where did I put those documents? That's everybody. Bah, another failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Ah, hello, Taita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the black ornament, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click. Whoa, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the black ornament is blocking the functionality of the other ornaments, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby ornaments seems to spread out, moving from ornament to ornament, like chain lightning. I've put the range at about 5 arg, but if there are no ornaments powered on within that range, well then that's where the effect stops. I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack? Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big sword do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'd melt down in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Oh yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbal power, that which drives orbits to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbal energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbal engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Huh, neat. I get it, fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one understudy in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Taita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you braces should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me you've forgotten. I've forgotten. You just said not to say that. Estelle? If you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of orbal computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man. Well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor then. Remember, they're in storage and operations on the 5th floor. 5th floor operations. Got it, let's get going. Huh? What are you doing? I need that combustion engine and some gasoline. Oh, looks like people may have changed their dialogues. So, she's to be transferred. I hear she'll be working on airships like she's always wanted. Good for her. I shouldn't think of this as a setback. I've got to get this new orbal gun into production. Yesterday's event was quite the surprising phenomenon. As far as I know, okay, that's not new. Let's see. I can speak to everyone here. Well, hello there. Did you meet with Professor Russell? Yes, we did. We're helping him out right now, as a matter of fact. We need to go check something out up in operations. Operations? I hope it's alright to go up there. They've been in the middle of recalibrating. Is there some kind of problem? No, operations is just a lot of delicate machinery that needs a lot of attention. Go and see for yourself. Are you sure it's alright? It doesn't sound alright. We have to go anyway, so worrying will do little good. Yeah, true enough. See you, Doctor. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. Well, we have our test units ready. We're just waiting for the testers. Looks like I need to adjust the insoles a little bit. Terry, you know the proposal deadline for next term's thesis is coming up, right? What should I do? Got any brainstorms for me? Sorry, I'm pretty busy right now. Come up with something on your own. Yeah, they won't change after we speak to people on the 5th floor, so we'll go and gradually head on down to speak to everybody else. Wow, check out this place. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realise that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the Capel unit after all. Even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Taito, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl, just an all-around good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case. I need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation, but this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything, from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory open. There's a port inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see? Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? Yep, no sweat. I'm impressed as hell. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Go ahead, touch the panel. You should figure out what to do quickly enough. Hey, how's the orbital calculator holding up? My meters are saying that everything is running smoothly. Orbital calculator, Capel system, version 7, memory check OK, database access, please input search term, central factory. Alrighty, so this is probably going to give us a great big massive info dump. Death Professor C. Epstein and the sovereign state of the man. Professor A. Russell returns to the Labelle Kingdom. He proposes the spread of orbit technology to a chilly reception. Year 1157, Professor Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they establish the Zeiss Endring Factory, later renamed the Central Factory. 1160, Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Professor Russell becomes the first factory chief. 1162, Edgar III dies and Alicia II assumes the throne. 1164, construction is completed on the Langland Bridge. 1168, the first orbital-powered airship, the Calatrava, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. 1173, the Zeiss Engineering Factory is renamed Zeiss Central Factory and begins sharing technology with the Verne Company and Rhineford Company. 1175, the Labelle Orbital Ship Corporation is established and the transit commuter airship Berlin is commissioned. 1177, transit commuter airship the Cecilia is commissioned. 1178, factory airship the Leibniz is completed. 1180, the Zeiss Central Factory is dismantled and reconstructed at its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chalvia Hills is completed. 1182, Professor Russell resigns from his position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. 1185, Natural Science and Medical Research Divisions are founded. 1187, the passenger ship Eterna sinks in Calvert waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. 1190, the Orbital Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. 1192, outbreak of the 100 Days War. The Central Factory is taken by the Aerobian Army. Professor Russell develops patrol airships at Leiston Fortress, which are used to mount a highly effective counter-offensive and soon become central to the Royal Army. 1193, Labelle and Arabonia sign a peace accord. Orban exports to the Aerobian Empire resume. 1197, version 1 of the Capel orbital computer is completed. 1199, development commences on the high-speed cruise of the Arceli. 1202, the Arceli is completed and flight tests commence. So I think we're about 1202 right now. General term for devices that draw orbal energy from septium. Invented 50 years ago by Professor C. Epstein, the clockwork mechanism inside causes a reaction between quartz, which in turn produces a variety of different phenomena. Their greatest advantages over combustion engines is that the orbal energy within them is gradually restored over time, and the variety of different phenomena they can produce. They are also much more economically efficient. Crystal circuit quartz, an electrical circuit with a crystalline structure made from processed septium fragments, SEPIF. They serve as an energy source, but also cause varied phenomena, which are only seen when they are placed inside an orbment. Septium, a grouping of 7 gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. The invention of technology to refine and process septium fragments too small to use as jewels, called SEPIF, and make them into quartz resulted in a massive increase in the importance of septium as a resource across the continent. Orbital airships, or orbal ships, commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of orbal technology, enables the power of flight by combining a flight engine to control gravity and an orbal engine to provide vast amounts of energy. Because of the need for high-efficiency orbal energy transfer and the complexity of controlling the airship, many modern orbal ships are equipped with highly capable orbal arithmetic logic units. Orbal ships less than 20 arg in length are simply called airships. Orbal weaponry, any firearm or cannon powered with orbment technology, currently the most common form of military weaponry among many nations. With orbal firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel down to a tiny point, which then forces a large metal projectile outward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms, and at adjustable levels of force. Orbal cannons, meanwhile, fire shells containing energy which explode on impact. Similar to orbal guns, these have less recoil than gunpowder-using cannons, and their power can be similarly adjusted. Tactical ordnance. Ordnance used to manipulate orbal magics, usually no larger than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed, and quartz designed for tactical ordnance uses installed improves the abilities of its wearer. When this quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomena, the internal mechanisms take over the otherwise complex process that would be required to use magic, allowing just about anyone to use it in the form of orbal arts. Furthermore, the arts the user is able to use can be changed depending on the combination of quartz inside. Orbal haulage vehicle, any wheeled vehicle powered by orbal energy, widely considered uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed, primarily used for transporting cargo. Orbment powered vehicle, owner no data, repository, underground factory entrance. Combustion engine, a machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within, less efficient than its orbal counterpart due to issues with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Number owned 1, owner, maintenance chief, Gustav. Entry gasoline, a liquid derived from the purification of the naturally occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum, used primarily as fuel for combustion engines as an industrial solvent. Republic manufactured gasoline, emergency stores, 20 mid-sized tanks, repository, orbment manufacturing factory. Looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow, it's like a magic box or something. Orbal computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept, but it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, Adios isn't one to bestow 2 blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'll have to go there to speak to him. Most of the gasoline is likely in orbment manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is down at the airfield working on the combustion engine, and the gasoline is in the basement orbment manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it, let me know if you need anything else. Alrighty then, so it's on the 5th floor. Was there anybody else? Nope, that's just a landing pad thing. believe. Yeah, that was the hospital wings. Let's go to the second floor. Can't Igor just read quietly? Doesn't he know anything about how libraries work? Can't seem to find the book I was needing to read. On the other hand, I did find some other pretty fascinating stuff to fill my time. Oh, I'll have to read this one sometime too. And dang it if the book I need ain't here. Thank you for your time. I'd like to talk about the new orbital engine project we're running for the Arceli. Hello Hugo, I heard that Clive from Rouen turned us down. Finding a replacement for him isn't going to be easy. First floor, let's go straight to the basement. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. Gah, I just can't concentrate. We have a small favour to ask. What's that? May I help you? Estelle and Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check for you. Faye used the intercom. This is Faye, got a request down here. We still have that tank of Calvert gasoline there in the warehouse, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. We're sending some for you right now. Sending. Holy! There we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. I don't know what you're using it for. I was hoping she would comment on that boyfriend of hers. For this guy. Oh well. Got the gasoline, so now we need to see Maintenance Chief Gustav. The Maintenance Chief is probably at the airship boarding platform. He only comes back to the factory if there's some kind of official business for him. Hello there. Would you like to see our selection of quartz? We have quite a wide variety of quality crystals to peruse. Alrighty, so I think next episode is when I'll go and see the Maintenance Chief. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, catching up with all the NPCs. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode comes out. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.